seeing a man walking down the street with mushrooms for a face. And these kids are like, wow, I can't wait for that to be me when I grow up. Like, that's insane. What would happen if people start turning into mushrooms, being infected by like a symbiotic fungus, growing stuff from their bodies, changing part of themselves forever, losing aspects, like losing limbs? Some people are claiming to now hear like a higher intelligence. Some people's personalities are changed forever. It sounds like a nightmare, but this is actually embraced by society. It's enlightenment, and it's called blooming. And if you reject it, then you are actually a weird one. You're the outcast. This is the plot of this brand new comic book series called In Bloom that just dropped this week. It is a great dark horror sci-fi series. I feel like body horror. There are some really cool shots in here of like the people starting to grow the fungus out of their bodies. It's some pretty gnarly stuff. Here's like a couple shots, but this was really good, guys. Like I don't even know how to do it justice. It's interesting to see how the story explores the political climate of this whole world-changing thing, right? So the majority of people are like down with blooming and turning into fungus, which is scary and disturbing if you ask me. But the people who reject it are looked down upon, and they're outcast, and these two groups just hate each other. So it's just like tensions are high. Children in this world look forward to the day that they bloom, which is crazy to think about, seeing a man walking down the street with mushrooms for a face. And these kids are like, wow, I can't wait for that to be me when I grow up. Like, that's insane. And I love to see that. Like, that is, what a cool concept to explore. Like, who would have thought of this? This is just great. I mean, who would have thought of this is Michael W. Conrad, with art by J Pearson. This art is fantastic, by the way. When you see what happens to elderly people in this world, you're gonna be like, whoa, that is some dark stuff. There's actually a string of mysterious murders of Bloom people, and they all died in the same specific way that I'm not going to say in this video, and it makes me excited for what's going to happen next in the series. And the way this ended is like, whoa, what's going on here? There's something brewing, and I can't wait to see what happens next. But in my honest opinion, this was an excellent first issue. Now, this video has actually been brought to you by Boom Studios, but this is my genuine review. Like, this is definitely one of my picks of the week. For Boom Studios alone, I'd say my pick of the week is probably tied between Minor Arcana and In Bloom. I might have to give it to In Bloom just because it is a first issue starting a brand new series. But Minor Arcana, you gotta check that one out too. But yeah, I love sci-fi, I love dark stuff. I also love mushrooms, they're very tasty. Anyway, thank you for watching this very unhinged video. Support artwork by reading the storytelling that is, comic books, and also support a local business by finding a local comic book shop near you. Yeah, okay, I'll see you later.